everybody, it is day 3 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm trying to be smart this time, and I'm combining it with another hop that I'm participating in, which is Stamp It Like It's Hot, where we're using stamps, and this month's prompt is to stamp your title. So here's our sketch for today. It's by Lisa Sikorsky. She's got 4 horizontal pieces of paper on, this could technically be 2 mats, theoretically. A couple of pictures, kind of the hearts going down here, and there's a title right here. So that's what I'm going to be stamping, and a little journaling down there. So the pictures I have are of my little black kitty. This is Saturn. I don't know how old these are. They were in my box of random photos, or bag of random, my little bag. And then this is, I guess I thought her feet were cute. And I thought this was kind of cute. It's her pretty eyes and stuff. And I thought maybe what I would do is put these up above, like she's kind of looking at her own feet, I guess. And then what I'm thinking here, so the letters for the stamps are from Stampin' Up, and I can't tell how old these are. They're going to be quite old because I haven't bought any in a long time. But they're kind of this neat little, like, mixed font looking thing. And so I was just going to do Kitty because I saw that as a title here, and I was trying to do something that wasn't too long because these are bigger letters. So it's going to be like this T, the little Y, that's the I, and then the K. So it'll be Kitty. I've got to pull my inks out that's going to match this. I haven't done that part yet. And I haven't picked out my papers, but my little set here is Photoplays Meow by Becky Moore. So I'll pick out some papers from here, and we'll get started. So give me just a second to pick out the papers, get my inks over here, and I'll get back on. Okay, everybody. So what I decided to do, I love this little piece of paper here, y'all. It's got the little paws on the back side. How cute is that? And I've got these little balls. So I'm going to use these as my little sheets of paper. I've gone ahead and matted the photos real quickly on white cardstock. Now, here's the tricky part. I got this little bit of white cardstock here. The really hard part about these kinds of stamps, if you probably have some, everybody probably has some, but they're wood block, right? So you can't really see where it's going to go. So I'm going to put it on this little white thing here, and I'm thinking I'm going to mat it on this because hopefully I can fit that, because I don't want it to go white on white, or it can't, this has to be on white or it won't look right. Y'all, I still haven't picked out my darn inks. Well, my idea is I'm going to find something to match these. So let me go get my inks because I done forgot to do it. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I picked my inks, and then I started to swatch them, like just try, and then they kind of look so cute, I just decided I was going to make that my thing. So here's what I got. I got these, I have 4 Distress Oxides, and then I pulled out a Stampin' Up pad because the green I have in the Distress Oxides, they just really weren't the right shade. So I have Fired Brick, Blueprint Sketch, Carved Pumpkin, then here's the Stampin' Up, Wild Wasabi, and then Wild Honey. Now, to be honest, I would have preferred my Y not to be tilted that much so much, but you know what? Everything else looked cute. I'm going with it. So I will trim that down to make it where it'll matte. But for the moment, unless I somehow mess myself up, I think my title's actually stamped. So, and I feel bad because I probably should have done it on camera. But on the other hand, my head leans way over because I have to look down because these are not, they're obviously it's a wood block, so I have to lean over. But that turned out pretty cute, actually. So I'm going to set those aside for the moment. So now I will get into my paper cutting, and then I'll be back on in a second. All right, gang. So the next thing I actually decided was I did want to go ahead and mat that green solid cardstock on this diagonal stripe. So I'm going to leave in here how to gut paper. I know that we all, if you're kind of new, you might hear people talk about gutting and that sort of thing. So basically, I'm just kind of showing you what I do. I use this type of cutter because I can put the blade in the middle of the paper and not have to come from the edge. My rotary cutter, I can't do that. And basically, I typically, depending on how much I'm going to cut this solid piece down or the inner piece down, I usually come in about 1 inch. So I'll start at 1 inch in, so at 11 inches, and I'll go down to the 1 inch mark on the bottom, and then I'll basically just cut a big square out of the middle, and that's what we call gutting. And so now I've trimmed the green cardstock down 1/2 inch, and then now I'm going to do the little blue yarn paper. Now, y'all, I screw up. That happens on the regular, and I will leave those in here, generally speaking, so you guys know what not to do. So this all goes fine and good. I go, okay, I want to make this 10.5 inches. And then I decide because I got four pieces, I need them to be 3 inches apart. And that's all fine and good. And I'm going, okay, this is great. And then I'm going to start laying them down, and I'm going to realize, you'll see it in a second, because I have on the back side, if you remember those little paw print, the little paws coming up, I realize I have cut it where the paws are going the wrong way, y'all. They would be going sideways, and that wouldn't look right. And I go, well, shoot. I contemplated for a brief second rotating the sketch, and I thought, no, my pictures are horizontal. This isn't going to work. So, y'all, I have to cut into my second sheet of that paper. It made me kind of sad. Now, that being said, I'm going to keep these other slices because I can use those another kind of way. I'll make them into banners or something on a different layout. But I was so kind of upset with myself because you should never cut your paper with your directional pattern on the back side, because then you don't know where you're going to go. And the yarns can go any direction, but the little paws really do need to kind of go up because they're up in the air, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and cut these into my I've trimmed it back down again to my 10.5 inches, and then I've done my 3-inch wide stripes here. And so now I'm going to just kind of organize these things, and I'm going to put them, kind of according to the sketch. And I think I may cut away in just a second because I'm just kind of figuring out where these are going to go, right? And she kind of had to offset them. So you kind of see what I got going on there. So you can see the ones kind of offset to the side there. And this actually turns out pretty good. So the pictures now, I'm going to kind of shift it a little left and right and everything. And I'm going to mat this, or excuse me, I have to trim my little title down here. And I cut my little yellow paper for my mat. So I did all that already. I don't think I've actually cut. No, I haven't. I'm sorry, not cut. I haven't glued anything down right yet. Y'all, sometimes I come back and I re-listen to my voiceovers and I realize I've used the whole wrong word. So I'm sorry, guys, if I say something. Like sometimes instead of saying photo, I'll say paper or something like that. It's all right. You guys know what I mean, right? Okay, so here's where I'm going to start gluing these things down. I'm going to cut away because you don't need to see all that. I'm so sorry, y'all. I got a little sneeze there. So I glued the papers down, and I decided I'm going to mount my title here on a little bit of foam, fun foam. And I had a little Frankenstein piece kind of laying there, so I pulled that out. I'm going to just put the 2 pieces behind there because that's going to go on top of my little foot photo, and that looks pretty cute. I think that looks kind of cute. I'm not unhappy with that at all. Now I'm going to start getting into the stickers because this is where I'm going to build out where she had hearts on the sketch. This is kind of the diagonal, right? I'm just going to pull a bunch of little various different stickers that's going to make up my stuff here. I do pull this little sticker out. It says, "My kitty is perfect." I put that on the bottom. She had the journaling underneath my photo, but my sticker wouldn't have, I don't think it would have looked right. It wasn't quite thick enough to go across the 2 papers, and it would have been just, I don't know, it would have just looked strange to me. So I put that on the bottom of the photo. And then I'm going to pull out a bunch of different little stickers. I'm going to pull out, there's 2 little tags on here. One says "Eat, Sleep, Pray, Repeat" with a little mouse on the bottom. And then one says "You are positively adorable." And technically she doesn't have tags. I mean, she's got big hearts and things. I do have this heart here. It says "Meow, meow." I will use that. I start sticking these stickers down. I think, Christine, that's going to make you mad in a minute because they're not going to come up, or it's going to tear your paper. So you better figure out a different solution. So in a second, I'm going to actually start sticking these on a little piece of, I think on my stamp box. But that's going to take me just a second to realize. I know if some of these stamps, I know for sure I'm going to have to put on foam. So I do kind of pick a few pieces of foam. But here's where I'm kind of start using my little stamp box. Like, I better do that because it's going to stick to my paper. I'm going to be upset. So again, I have a little stamp that says, or stamp. Here's, see, I said I used the wrong word. Little sticker that says "#1 cat." I have one that says "Perfect." A little black face, a little black cat face. And then I have 2 little kitties. One of them's kind of laying on her back and curling around like Saturn kind of is. And then a little gray kitty she's just kind of looking cute, and I don't know how to explain her face, but she's like looking up in the air. And then there's a couple little heart ones, various different little heart ones. And then another little speech bubble that says "Meow, meow." So I'm going to end up with all those. And again, I'm just kind of organizing them how she did in that diagonal. I've put the foam underneath the "Eat, Sleep, Pray, Repeat" tag. Perfect. And let's see what else. Also under the "Meow, meow" heart. And I'll put it, there's a little heart speech bubble that I'll put in there as well. I don't see that yet on my screen here, so I must pick that a little bit later on. But I'll put that on there, and "Meow, meow." I think I said that already. So I'm just sorry, guys. I might should have cut some of this out, but at the same time, I hate for y'all not to see kind of how things are going. All right, so there's where I've got some of those. I'm just kind of finding stuff to go, y'all. This little heart here, I do like that up there because she has those hearts and things. I think it looks kind of cute. I put it on top of the little kitty. That little face is going to go to the left of the title. I actually bring that title in, by the way. I had it over there kind of setting, but even according to the sketch, she had the title kind of toward the middle of the picture. So I'm going to move my title in just a second. At this point, I haven't got everything stuck down, so it's fine. I thought this turned out really cute. Y'all, I have had this cat now. My daughter was in the 6th grade when we got her. We actually tried a few pets because my husband really didn't want to get, if I'm honest, a cat or a dog or something. Because, you know, the bigger the pet, the more they tend to take work. We started off with, actually, we had hermit crabs years ago. She was probably 8. Yeah, she was 8. And we had a hermit crabs. And we went on a trip, and my mom was supposed to take care of it, and she had a boo-boo. We had a little boo-boo. So we didn't have hermit crabs. And then we got turtles. And we got these little small turtles. They were real cute. They're about 3 inches, 4 inches across. Y'all, they got giant. We didn't know they were going to get so big, and they got too big for their tank. And we changed the tank like 3 times. And finally, it was like, my God, these things are huge, and we're cleaning their tank out every week. And it was disgusting, and we were like, no, we can't do this anymore. So we took them down to the little pond in the golf course and let them go. They seemed to match a bunch of other turtles out there, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe lots of people got tired of their turtles. I don't know. And that's when we decided to go with cat. And honestly, cats are less work than those goddamn turtles. But anyway, we got Saturn. She was like 6th grade, so she's about 12. So we've had Saturn now. She's about 13. And y'all seen her on camera. She is still spry, y'all. She still gets around and acts like a little brat sometimes. But we've had her. She's real pretty. She's actually got, you can see in this picture here, she's black all over, and she's beautiful. But she started getting little gray spots under her eyes. And I can't decide. I told my daughter, it makes me a little sad because she's kind of turning into a little grand old lady, I guess. All right, so I went ahead and decided, I've stuck all my stickers down. You saw me do all that. And now I've taken in my, I've got these little matte enamel dots. And I took black and white. And I've kind of sprinkled these throughout my little clusters here. I thought that looked kind of neat, the little black and white, because I don't know why. I thought about colors, honestly. But then I come across these in my box. And I thought, oh, no, those would be kind of pretty. So I've stuck those all around. I will use a little bit of Lumia glue on a couple of them because they weren't sticking real good. But and then I also made my tag unnaked by adding some strings. So here's the slowdown, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the playlist for both 30 Days of Sketches and Stamp It Like It's Hot. I should have both, I think, down below. So you guys have a great one, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.